How can we prepare economically and all? This is what, churches, ministries, individuals, how they're going to pay their bills with the economy crashing and all these things.
Right.
What do you think?
Well, I'm encouraging people to have an emergency fund so people can still pay their bills. People need to have at least 6 months of cash on hand. So if you lose your job or you lose your mortgage, or if you're a church and your donations start to go down, you can still pay the bills. You can survive. You can get through the initial phases of the tough time that are coming. People need food. That's one of the reasons I appreciate this ministry so much. They're encouraging people to get food, to get water, to get supplies. We need to be physically prepared. We need to be emotionally and mentally prepared as well. The persecution of Christians is coming. We've not really talked about it today, but it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse in this country. And in the times that are coming and beyond that, we're going to have to already make the decision that we're willing to die for what we believe. That's already got to be settled. We've already got to be at the cave. And spiritually, we need to be seeking God like never before. We need to be running after Him. The scriptures say, you will seek me and find me when you seek me with all of your heart. And right now, God is raising up a remnant all over the world. And there's no organization in charge of it. There's no individual in charge of it. There's no denomination in charge of it. In fact, the mainstream denominational church is in danger of being completely left behind because they're dead. They're asleep, almost all of them.
Wow.
But there's little groups meeting in homes all over the nation. There's little people off in a corner. I've been meeting so many of them lately. I've been hearing from so many on email. And they're saying, we want to be part of what God's moving. We want to be part of the remnant. And so don't look ahead with fear, because we're not preaching a message of fear. There's hope in understanding what's happening. There's hope in getting prepared. And we're going to write the end of the book of Acts. We're going to write the end of this story. And I believe it's going to be the greatest ending.
Yes.
We're going to top the book of Acts. And I tell you, we're going to see the greatest move of God the world has ever seen. That's what all these men and women of God, the number one thing they're prophesying, the number one thing that God has shown them is that the greatest move of God the world has ever seen is coming. So it's going to be a different time to be alive. It's going to be a very challenging time to be alive, but it's going to be incredibly powerful. God is going to use ordinary people like me and people like you, people all over this country. It's not going to be about the Christian superstars. It's not going to be about putting people up on a pedestal. In the move of God that's coming, the one that's going to be put up on a pedestal is Jesus Christ.
Amen.